The device in your hand is not neutral. It's a slot machine that pays out in social approval, and you are pulling the lever hundreds of times a day. But here's the terrifying part. The machine knows you. It knows exactly what you want to see next, better than you know yourself. What you think of as a moment of relaxation is actually a state of neurological capture, and right now, you are in the middle of it. In the next 20 minutes, I'm not just going to tell you that phones are addictive. You already know that. I'm going to declassify the exact neural pathways being exploited. I will show you the precise mechanisms, the variable reward schedules, and the algorithmic deceptions that are hardwired into the apps you use every single day. This isn't abstract theory. This is the user manual for your own brain, and by the end of this video, you will have the tools to take back control. No more excuses, just applied neuroscience. Let's start with a molecule, dopamine. You've heard of it, the pleasure molecule, right? That's what most people think, but that's a dangerous oversimplification. Dopamine isn't about pleasure, it's about anticipation. It's the molecule of motivation. It's the neurochemical that tells your brain, pay attention, this is important for survival. It's what drove our ancestors to seek out a new food source or explore over the next hill. It's the engine of seeking. Back in the 1950s, the psychologist B.F. Skinner ran a series of experiments that would, completely by accident, lay the foundation for every social media feed in existence. He put pigeons in a box with a lever. When a pigeon pecked the lever, it got a food pellet. Simple. The pigeon learned quickly. Peck equals food. But then Skinner changed the rules. He made the reward unpredictable. Sometimes the lever would release a pellet, sometimes nothing. This is called a variable ratio schedule of reinforcement. And what happened? The pigeons went insane. They pecked the lever compulsively, relentlessly, far more than when the reward was predictable. Their brains became fixated on the possibility of a reward. The uncertainty supercharged their seeking behavior. Wait, sound familiar? The pull to refresh gesture, the endless scroll down your feed. Each one is a peck at the lever. You don't know what you'll get. It might be a message from a friend. It might be a viral video that makes you laugh. It might be an argument that makes your blood boil. Or it might be nothing. And that might be is the most powerful hook in human psychology. Neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz confirmed this at the molecular level in the 1990s. His team monitored the dopamine neurons in monkeys' brains. First, they give the monkey a sip of juice, and they saw a spike in dopamine when the monkey got the reward. But then, they started turning on a light right before the juice was delivered. After a few repetitions, something incredible happened. The dopamine spike no longer occurred when the monkey got the juice. It happened when the light turned on. The brain's reward signal had shifted from the pleasure itself to the cue that predicted the pleasure. Your phone is nothing but a series of lights. The red notification bubble, the buzz in your pocket, the little loading icon. Each one is a cue that sends a jolt of dopamine through your brain's reward pathway, a circuit called the mesolimbic pathway, running from the ventral tegmental area to the nucleus accumbens. Think of it as a superhighway for motivation, and every time you scroll, you're telling your brain the next thing might be the one, the important one, the one that really matters. This is not a character flaw, this is biology. Your brain is a 2-million-year-old piece of hardware that evolved to find scarce resources in an unpredictable world. An algorithm is a piece of software that learns in seconds how to create an artificial world of infinite, unpredictable novelty. It's a mismatch of epic proportions, so your brain is wired like a slot machine. But what happens when the machine is a supercomputer that knows exactly which symbols you're desperate to see? That's when it stops being a simple loop and starts being a deception. You believe you have free will over what you watch, right? You think you choose the content you consume. But here is the thing. That choice is an illusion crafted by an algorithm whose only goal is to maximize one metric: the time your eyeballs are glued to the screen. To do this, it weaponizes one of your brain's most powerful survival instincts: novelty bias. Your brain is hardwired to prioritize new information above almost everything else. New information could mean a threat, an opportunity, a food source. In our evolutionary past, ignoring novelty was a death sentence. Today, your feed is an endless fire hose of artificial novelty. But it's not random, oh no. It's brutally efficient. Every single action you take is a data point. The videos you watch all the way through, the ones you watch twice, the ones you swipe away from in less than a second, the accounts you search for, even how long you pause on a post before you scroll on, what's called dwell time, is meticulously tracked. Imagine a predator that learns from your every move. You pause for 1.8 seconds on a video about minimalist design? Noted. You instantly swipe past 3 celebrity gossip clips? Noted. You share a video about cold water therapy? A massive signal. Within minutes, the algorithm builds a psychological profile of you that is terrifyingly accurate. It's not just showing you things you like. It's showing you things that trigger your deepest insecurities, your unfulfilled aspirations, your secret curiosities. It is serving you a custom-built reality tunnel designed to keep your dopamine system in a state of perpetual, seeking-fueled anticipation. What you call a moment of discovery, your brain calls a reward for seeking. In a landmark 2016 study, Lior Zalmanson and his colleagues at Tel Aviv University explored how recommendation systems create an illusion of control. They found that when users felt they had serendipitously discovered something new, their engagement and satisfaction skyrocketed. Algorithms are now engineered to create these moments of fake serendipity. They will intentionally show you something slightly outside your interest profile, just to make you feel like you found it yourself. It feels like magic. It feels like the internet is reading your mind. Think about that for a second. It's not reading your mind. It is conditioning your mind. It's a multi-billion-dollar enterprise dedicated to reverse engineering your brain's reward system. The For You page isn't for you. It's a page designed to turn you into a predictable set of engagement metrics. You thought you were just killing time. But the reality is, your time, your attention, your very consciousness was the product being sold, and you've been giving it away for free. So, how do you break the loop? You don't fight the algorithm. You don't try to outsmart a supercomputer. You redesign your environment to starve the loop of its power. You introduce friction. Here are 3 specific research-backed techniques you can start using today. First, go gray. Turn your phone's screen to grayscale. You can find this in your phone's accessibility settings. This isn't just an aesthetic choice, it's a neurological intervention. Those bright, candy-like icons, especially the red notification bubbles, are what neuroscientists call supernormal stimuli. They are designed to be more salient and attention-grabbing than anything in the natural world. In a 2015 paper, Thomas Z. Ramsøy detailed how color and shape heavily influence our subconscious valuation of objects. By turning your phone to grayscale, you strip away this layer of hyperstimulation. The rewards are still there, but they look bland and unappetizing. The dopamine cue loses its power. You will be shocked at how quickly your desire to compulsively check your phone evaporates. Second, architect your choices. Move every single one of your infinite scroll apps, social media, news, anything with a feed, off your home screen. Put them all into a single folder on your last page. This simple action forces you to break what psychologists call automaticity. As described in Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman's work, our brains operate on 2 systems. System 1 is fast, intuitive, and automatic, like your thumb instinctively going to that app icon. System 2 is slow, deliberate, and requires effort. By adding the steps of swiping, opening a folder, and finding the app, you introduce friction. You force the decision from the unconscious system 1 into the conscious system 2. That tiny pause is often all you need to ask yourself, wait, is this actually what I want to be doing right now? You are making your bad habits difficult and your good habits easy. Third, use an external anchor. The scroll loop creates a state of distorted time perception. You think it's been 5 minutes. It's been 45. To counteract this, never open a time-wasting app without first setting a limit using a separate, physical timer. Not the timer on your phone, a kitchen timer, an old-school hourglass, something external. When that timer goes off, it's a hard stop. It's a pattern interrupt that breaks the hypnotic trance of the feed. Why a physical timer? Because it creates a real-world sensory cue that your brain can't easily ignore or dismiss like a silent phone notification. It externalizes your intention, making you accountable to something outside your own compromised willpower. These are not life hacks. These are acts of cognitive self-defense. You are rewiring your environment to protect your brain's natural reward pathways from constant predatory hijacking. When you start to see this mechanism, you can never unsee it. You will look at the people around you, endlessly scrolling in a waiting room or at a dinner table, and you won't feel judgment. You'll feel a kind of empathy, because you'll know they aren't being rude or lazy. They are caught in a neurological trap they don't even know exists, a trap designed by thousands of the smartest people in the world. And more importantly, you will no longer see yourself the same way. You are not weak. Your willpower is not broken. You have not been failing at self-control. You have been fighting a perfectly designed system of psychological manipulation with an unaided brain. But now, it's no longer unaided. You are no longer a passive user being manipulated by a feed. You are an operator who understands the machine. You know the code. You see the hidden loops. The feeling of guilt you had when you lost an hour to scrolling, that can finally be replaced by the power of understanding. Subscribe, not because I want you to, but because you now understand that your brain is being targeted every single day by forces you can't see. Understanding this dopamine loop is the first level of declassification. It's the first step to reclaiming your focus, your time, and your decisions. And next, we are going to declassify the neuroscience of cravings, how your brain manufactures the intense feeling of wanting out of thin air, and how you can reverse the process on command. The user manual for your brain continues. Click subscribe, and I'll see you there.